Yes, it's that time again, for another gripping episode of Downtown Torquay. The town centre's reality soap, that puts the dampers on Torbay Council's attempts to hide all the deprivation, in order to paint a rosy picture for themselves. The show that isn't afraid to speak up for those people, who live in the forgotten side streets, to help bring them justice. Anyway, and without further ado, let's take a look at what happened, when Auntie Joan received a call in the middle of the night, from distressed resident, Skater Parks.
Is that you, Auntie Joan? Thank God you answered my call. I feel like topping myself.
I always answer a call in the middle of the night, my dear. Mainly because I worry that my best friend Terry may have taken a turn. She's not as young as she used to be.
This DOS house should have been closed down years ago. But Torbay Council keeps on pussyfooting around these rogue landlords, as if they have some hold over them. Living here is driving me nuts, and it is destroying my mental health. It's the same here every night. People are fighting, drug dealing, screaming, knocking on my door, asking me for money, so they can buy more drugs. And guess what, Auntie Joan? Upstairs, there's a great big wolf. I'm not joking. It howls at the moon. I am that close to the edge, believe me.
Oh, you poor love, please tell me that you're not about to end it all. I believe in karma. I know this, because I come from a long line of gypsies, and there are silver linings, if we look hard enough for them. I've got enough pills to kill myself, Auntie Joan. And if I had the money, I'd be going downstairs to buy a load of heroin from Tricky. Let's have a nice little chat then. As I said, there are some silver linings. Just listen to the reassuring words of Councillor Darren Cowell. He is the only member of the council who bothers to post messages on the Melville Hill Facebook page. He is promoting his Making Melville Marvellous project. There's even a community engagement event taking place on the 9th of October in the car park. I mean, that is something positive to stay alive for. Plus there's a newsletter called The Point arriving through everybody's door very soon. It will be full of nice things to read about. Oh please, Auntie Joan, you can't kid a kidder. According to the flyer, there's going to be a man there, talking about how we can save energy and reduce the cost of our fuel bills. How can that be any good for me, and many others in this Melville DOS house? We live in rooms that have broken windows, botched with plywood, and the window frames themselves have that many gaps. The draft can turn a windmill. Talk about rubbing poverty in our faces, it's so insensitive. Well, there's going to be someone who can help you maintain your bicycle. That will be useful for you, my love, especially if you get a job and need a means of transport. Auntie Joan, didn't you know that my bike was stolen? No, I didn't, my love. Did the police catch the person responsible? I would be a fool to tell the police. The bloke who took it is a drugs dealer. Can you imagine what he might do to me if he found out I had reported him? I might feel like ending my life, but I don't want to be tortured in the process. Oh Skater, things are in such a mess, my love. I was struggling to be positive earlier, and buy into Torbay Council's spin about our community. But you are so right, my dear. Unless there is action taken to deal with the chronic housing, poverty and drugs, this place never will be marvellous. If the council could buy Fleet Walk Shopping Centre and Debenhams, then why can't they simply buy up all the slum housing around here with the loose change? The council could do them up, and rent them out to local people. We are not asking for a miracle, are we?